Hi, my name's Kola. I program and play for the likes of Tinie Tempah and Wretch 32, and you're watching Roland Boss TV. The GI, I chose the GI because, well, I better explain this first. I program for a lot of mainstream artists at the minute.
Sure.
Notable artists would be like Tinie Tempah, Wretch 32, and in my programming experience, I need a keyboard that has a wide range of sounds.
Sure.
And this has something like 1,300 sounds, just like preset. You know what I mean? And they're all very modern sounds that you'll find in a lot of modern music today. So I needed a keyboard that was able to do that, but you were able to edit those sounds in depth. And this keyboard, it has like this feature called Pro Edit, where you can go really deep into the sounds and you can affect the envelopes and the different the pitch envelopes, the amp envelopes, and it's just like really good when you get into it.
For people who don't know what envelopes are, can you explain that?
It's kind of like, it's hard for me to explain because I'm so new into it.
Sure.
But it was kind of like, for me, it was a really trial and error thing. I know that the different envelopes affect the way the sound morphs. Like you've got different parameters. You've got like sustain, attack, decay, and release. And by just experimenting, by turning it really high and then bringing it down really low, I was able to find out what each sound does. Cool. Main features on here that I love is digital recorder for one, and these inputs on the back. You've got like a guitar and mic input. You've got a line input. Yeah, you've got your guitar and mic input, line input, and on the mic input you've got phantom power, so you can add your condenser mic if you wanted to.
Right.
And the wicked thing about that is that because you've got this 8-track recorder here, which each track has 8 virtual tracks, so you've kind of got 64 tracks.
Yeah. In
a sense, is that you can record on the fly, or you could put your USB stick in here, and a project that you've already done, maybe on your Logic or your Cakewalk or your Sonar, you can plug it in and you can load it up on here, and you can play your songs back live and play along to them. So it's kind of like, especially for like singer-songwriters and like multi-instrumentalists, this is like perfect because you can record your bass down, you can record your guitars down, and if you're at a gig, you can play along to your own backing tracks while singing. And you can fade and you can mix them on the fly, so it's kind of like you're not really limited. You're not limited at all, so it's kind of like if you're doing acoustic gigs and it's just you and you've got your guitars on track, you've got your bass on track, what else do you need?
Okay, Kola,
yeah.
You're going to show us some of the actual features up close.
Yeah.
What are you going to show us first?
I'm going to show you how I edited this song's called Tractor.
Okay.
By Wretch 32. This is one of the more. This is a sound that it took me quite a while to program, because when I first got this keyboard, this is one of the first artists I played for.
Sure. With
this keyboard. It was actually, I got the keyboard on a Thursday and I played with him on a Friday, so
right.
I had to get into it pretty quickly. This sound, go into live edit mode. This sound has 4 layers to it. I'm using all the 4 layers. I have got vintage 1 synth.
Yeah.
That's a very analog synth, and I've got monster bass sound layered 3 times actually. That's a wicked sound. Wicked sound for lead, wicked sound for synth bass. I just love that sound.
Sure.
What I did with this sound was I added portamento to 2 of the layers, because in the song it has this sound where it's kind of gliding between notes, and portamento, from what I understand from it, it's like when you press one note and you press another, it kind of glides between those 2 notes. So I had to get familiar with the portamento function, so I just go across in the page, and underneath the key mod menu you've got your portamento functionalities. So you could turn portamento on, and the time between portamento is dictated here.
Sure.
So I'll just demonstrate.
Sure.
what portamento can actually do. So cool. You can hear that. So you can hear the sounds kind of moving up and down. So
wicked.
Yeah, portamento. So that's a wicked feature. Layer 1 sound. I used a sound called the Vintage 1, which is a great analog synth sound. But I rolled off a lot of the release and boosted the cutoff to get this really sharp and piercing sound. That is actually on the record. Cool. So that's mainly the synth sounds on the track, and the sound that everybody recognizes on the chorus is this really hard, gritty saw sound. And one thing I did learn on this keyboard, and which is really simple and easy to do, is that I found it a problem. I found it like there's a lot of sounds that I do like that are mono sounds. So that means you can only press one key at a time. It won't allow you to do chords or anything.
Right.
And with a lot of other keyboards, I won't mention any names, but with a lot of other keyboards, to be able to edit these features, it's just like you got to read the manual, go through menu after menu, and it's not really called what it actually is. But on this keyboard, underneath the key mod menu, you've got mono/poly, and by simply going across and changing it to mono, you go. But if you want to be able to press two or more notes at the same time, and for it to like produce like a chord saw sound, you just change it to poly, and then you're able to do that. So like the main thing I love about these keyboards is that everything is accessible by just flicking through these menus, and it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It's nothing that you won't understand or won't learn to understand. No.
Kola, check this out. What have you bought yourself?
Got me the Roland AX-Synth in black sparkle.
Black sparkle, baby!
I love it. I absolutely.
In fact, you were the first artist to buy one.
Yeah?
You were the first, man. Exclusive.
That's insane. That's like
exclusive.
I didn't know that. That's quite insane. Yeah, so
looking good. So what drew you to this?
I'm a very, like, in my playing style, I'm very energetic, and I move a lot and I dance a lot, and I was like, cool. Like, I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've always seen like people like Zap and Roger, all the way up to like last year when I saw Dizzy Rascal's keyboard player had an AX-Synth.
Yeah. And
I was just like, whoa, that looks insane. And I've always like said, I need to get me one, I need to get me one, I need to get me one. And then I saw this one, and I saw it in white, but then I heard a rumour that it was in black, and I was like, no way, I'm getting it. I think I saw Lady Gaga using it, and I was like, I want it. I want that one. However much it costs, black sparkle, I want it. It's like, it just looks insane. Like,
it's Christmas come early.
Mate, Christmas has come early.
So definitely. features on this. What are we talking? Show us around.
Well, you've got your modulation bar here. Yeah, and then it's all assignable. There's something called the AX-Synth editor that you can get for your PC, where you can edit sounds extensively. Really extensively, just like you would on the G series, on the Juno series, on any of the Roland keyboards. You can edit your sounds and actually create your own sounds if you would like to. But this is the modulation bar, so it makes as modulation, just like that. You've got your touch controller, which is mainly used for pitch bend. octave buttons here, so you can go up octaves just by a flick of a button.
Nice.
So yeah, that's really good. You've got your volume buttons at the back. You've got other assignable buttons here for your dB, which is quite insane. I'm still yet to master how to use it properly on a live show, but it's wicked because you can have an assignable feature to it, or you could use it to control the pitch. So it's quite insane. It's quite insane, this keyboard. And you've got banks and banks and banks of sounds. It's quite an extensive keyboard, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect it to be. I expected
some people actually do use it flat.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be, but you've got so many sounds. You've got even piano sounds on here. You've got like EP sounds on here. Got all that. You got your synth sounds, obviously, which I know a lot of you will use this keyboard for its synth sounds. Your lead guitar sounds. you got your bass sound. Your bass sounds. There's just so many sounds, and you got to remember that all these sounds are editable.
Sure.
And you can assign functions to them. So instead of using this bar for modulation, you could use it for pitch bend. You could use it for taking like the attack off a certain sound. You could use it for anything you want. You could just download this AX-Synth editor from Roland's website, and you could just get straight in.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but this is a wicked keyboard, man. Wicked, absolutely.
And you were talking about use it for wireless, so you just need to get yourself a wireless pack and you can run around stage on it.
Just get yourself a wireless pack. Also in the back here, you can add batteries here. Just 8 AA batteries. Yeah, just I'd recommend, if you're going to use this regularly, just get rechargeable ones.
Sure.
Just get 8 AA batteries. Pop it in. Get your wireless pack. Hook it onto your strap. Plug it in. You can plug it in stereo or mono, however you want. It doesn't really impede the sound. It just gives you, if you have sounds in stereo and you've edited them, that way, it just makes them sound bigger and wider. But yeah, and then you can start running around and just having fun with this, man.
Man, I love that.
This is wicked. Yeah.
So, can you play something?
Yeah. On Tinie Tempah's Miami to Ibiza, I do know that the current keyboard player, Ace Oyerinde, he uses the AX-Synth on that track, and he plays the lead line. I can demonstrate it for you now.
Sure.
But she wants Steve's AP, and she say I'll pull hours watching QVC. She said she loves my songs, she bought my MP3, and so I put her number in my bold BB. I got a black BM, she got a white TT. She wanna see what's hiding in my CK breeze. I tell her where's.
It's okay, I'm good. Let's go!